Previously on Kpaceguy.
Yo, I'm your baker, Kpaceguy, and today we're going to talk about the Polk Signa solo right there. Alright, so I have no idea what to expect, but we're just going to go ahead and get it open here. I go there. Alright, so that remote right here, I'll bring it to you guys here. I'm going to do a sound demo in a separate video. I just want to give you an overview of what's going on with this sound bar, what it comes with, and alright guys, so if you missed the last video, what we did was unboxed it, took a look what was inside, and talked about some of its main features, and now we're going to do our sound demo. So of course it's going to be non-copyright music because YouTube likes to copyright strike people, and we're not going to be one of those channels that falls victim to it. So we're going to play some copyright music, but I have a good idea of what it sounds like. We're going to do a little bit of music, and then I'm going to try to find a couple of movie scenes or so. We're going to play some of that too, and I'm going to give you guys my opinion on the soundbar and if it's right for you. And I have kind of already formed an opinion, but I want to let you guys hear it first for what it's worth, and then we'll talk about it towards the end. So guys, enjoy.
Less than an hour, we'll be underwater! Banging on the pipes. Where's their sausage? I can distract them for you. You got this! You need to go, now. I'm not leaving you here!
Something happens to you when you leave this town. The farther away, the hazier it all gets. With me, I never left. I remember all of it. We made an oath.
She swear. If it isn't dead, if it never comes back, we'll come back to it.
We didn't stop it.
And he was.
The clown. happen again.
Hello?
Hello. For 27 years, I dreamt of you. I craved you. I missed you.
We need to finish it. For good.
I've seen all of us die. It consumes us from the inside until we don't have a choice anymore.
You lied. And I died. You lied. And I died.
Alright guys, so that was the Polk Signa solo demo. First one was for music, and the second one was for movies. Now if you guys saw the last video, you saw that on the remote you had different presets. And I used the movie mode on movie, and I also used music for music. But I also switched them too, just to hear the differences. And to be honest with you, the music mode is going to be the best mode for whether you're listening to music or movies. It just sounded better. You do have the bass controls here. I definitely recommend you leaving the bass probably pretty close to as low as it can go, because the higher you went, the more muffled and boomy it sounded. It just sounded absolutely terrible. So I think I remember it having like from 0 to 8 on the bass knob. I would leave it around like a 3, maybe a 4, but you're pushing it kind of there. In the middle, it had the voice button too. It's supposed to enhance your dialogue. And to be honest with you, for music and movies, I didn't hear a difference. And that's one of the things the box boasts about, is the voice clarity. It didn't really make a difference at all with the voices, whether I had it all the way up, all the way down, or in the middle. I didn't really hear a difference. Maybe it makes a difference in night mode, but I didn't really test that out. And then of course you have your volume. Now this thing gets really, really loud, surprisingly. I'm in a small apartment, but I can imagine this thing being loud enough to fill a medium-sized room. With the bass, it actually sounds pretty good when you have the bass down as low as possible. It actually clears up that bass and sounds pretty good. It's not going to rattle anything at all. It doesn't have a subwoofer, but without a subwoofer it sounds pretty good. But it's not going to beat a soundbar with a subwoofer. Just having a dedicated subwoofer is the way to go. But for music, it sounded pretty good, pretty clear. I've heard better soundbars, but for $88, you can't beat this thing. It has a pretty good weight to it, pretty good size. You get pretty good stereo separation, so that's really, really good to have in a soundbar, to be able to tell left from right. That's something that you run into an issue with when you have smaller soundbars. The speakers are so close together that you don't know what's coming from the left, what's coming from the right. So this one's long enough to do that for you, so I do appreciate that. As far as movies go, it actually was pretty good as far as the bass replication on some of the parts that had thunder or some kind of rumble. It actually did pretty well with that. I didn't hear any distortion at loud volumes, but what I did notice was the lack of surround sound. Now this thing doesn't have any of the Dolby Atmos or DTS:X, anything like that, but what it does have is just standard Dolby Digital 5.1, and I didn't get any of that effect. Now my room's full of different treatment. I have curtains and carpets everywhere, so it really utilizes the walls that are bare so that it can bounce and reflect sound. I completely deaden that, so that doesn't help the case at all, but I still don't think it would do very well for an actual surround sound effect. I think it's really made for those who really just hate the TV sound and they want something a little bit better that gets a little bit louder, with a little more extra low end, and that's what this is made for, and it does it very well. So for $88, I think it's perfect. If you're getting near the $100 range, you're paying too much for this. There's things out there that are better for around that price or close to it. But for anything sub $90, this is good. This is good. You get Bluetooth, you get your optical cable. One thing I do want to complain about is the optical cable itself. It's this thin little cable, maybe 3 feet in length. It's absolutely terrible. It's flimsy. It took me so long to figure out how to put it in. It doesn't click in, doesn't snap in. It just rests in its slot. And for a while, I couldn't get sound out of it. It's a terrible cable, just to be honest with you. So if you have any more lying around, or if you want to pick up one, they're like $3, $4, $5. and they're better made material than this, and it will help you when you're making your connections, especially if you're going to hang this against the wall. You don't want it to come loose during playback or something like that. So that's one of my biggest complaints. Other than that, the build quality is pretty good. It's what you expect for $88. So for the people who are going to be getting something like this, it's made for the small rooms. The people who don't want a sound system, just want better sound from their television. Don't really expect too much, don't want a whole lot. This is definitely aimed for you guys. And then Polk Audio is a pretty good company overall, so you're going to get pretty good quality. So I recommend this for anybody looking for something like that. If you're looking for this and you're finding it for around $100 or so, that's too much. Look for something around that $75, $80, $85 is probably the most I'd pay for it. I paid mine for $88 before tax. I think it's a good price for that. So that's going to be it for this soundbar video. If you haven't saw the unboxing or where we talked about everything that you can do and all that good stuff, check out that video. That was on Saturday's video. This is the video for today, the demo. So guys, leave me a comment down below. I know that you can't really tell what it sounds like on your end, but give me your best idea of what it sounds like. Leave me a comment down below. Would you buy this soundbar? Yes and no, or yes or no, and why? A lot of people have left comments and said they would buy it for maybe like their mother or somebody, like maybe a small bedroom. I think that's where it's meant to be. So leave me down a comment below. Would you buy this? Why or why not? Compared to your Vizios, your Boses, and your LGs and Samsungs. As well as hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, if you found it informative. And also hit that subscribe button because we're coming up to 4,000 subscribers. And a subscriber showcase is coming back too. I need you guys to be part of that. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. We'll see you later. Kpaceguy out.